I don't think we consistently beat any of our top rivals without those two on the park. They set the standard, they are the benchmark, and everyone else in the squad needs to lift and be trying to meet their individual levels.
If we were to lose 3 of those 4 South African tests, and let's say we lost twice to Ireland and France at home, or if we lose all 4 South African tests, then I think he loses his job.
I believe that Dame Noeline is such a big character of a person that I think she keeps that squad.
That's what I'm saying.
I just don't think she's the kind of petty person, unlike those that tried to get rid of her. DSPN is brought to you by Novus Glass, proud partner of the Special Olympics New Zealand. The Special Olympics New Zealand National Summer Games is in Christchurch, Ōtautahi, this December. Across New Zealand, Aotearoa athletes, clubs, volunteers and families are getting ready, training, supporting each other and celebrating as the flame of hope travels down the country. Text Novus to 3598 to support our athletes. That's Novus, Novus, to 3598 to support our incredible athletes at the Special Olympics in Christchurch, Ōtautahi this December. Notice it, Novus it.
Welcome to the DSPN.
John Walker wins the 1,500 metres gold medal at the Olympic Games.
The All Blacks have won by 29 points to 9.
The Devlin Sports Podcast Network.
DSPN, Marty, Devlin, Lachlan War, thank you very much for joining us again. If you're watching on the DSPN YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button, like, follow, get the alerts, all of that for us. We've got well over 20,000 subscribers now. Achieve that in a calendar year. That is all down to you. We thank you very, very much. We're very grateful. Changing Sheds is our new pay-per-view model. It's a couple of bucks a week. Now, we're not forcing you to do this at all. We're just saying that if you want to support us financially, and you are able to, again, we'd be eternally grateful. You get extra episodes every Friday because of that. A little bit of extra editorial opinion, things we don't say out in public or out loud very often. A little bit of behind the scenes footage, some outtakes, all that kind of thing. Thank you so much for doing that for us as well. If you're listening on Rover, Spotify, Video, Apple Podcasts, welcome to it. Tony Johnson is on the show today. Looking back at the All Blacks season, we're going to spend a week doing this. This is what we do. We love talking about the All Blacks, and we've got a lot to talk about. A good rousing episode of What Is More Chance of Happening just about to start. But the sermon today is 5 things to be thankful for about the All Blacks season.
Marty Sermons brought to you by WebWonks. Generate online leads with WebWonks. Doctors for your Google data.
We live in an amazing, amazing world, and it's wasted on the crappiest generation of just spoiled idiots.
Here we go then, folks. At least 5 things to be really thankful for about the All Blacks season. As it all winds down, bar the post-mortems and the reviews and the we'll learn from this press conferences, let's take a breath and look at least 5 things we can celebrate and be thankful for. Number 1. We beat South Africa. Now, do not underestimate ever or at all that result at Eden Park. Without it, we'd be staring at 6 straight losses to the Box, and we deserved to win that night. Imagine how bleak this year would feel without that one shining, beautiful night at EP. That win told us something really important, I believe. When we get it right, we can still beat the best. And if you can beat the best, that also means you can be the best. Simple as that. Number 2, Ardie, Savea and Cam Roigard, our 2 genuine world-class players. The only 2 who, let's be honest, are really in the conversation to be selected in a World 15. Just about every other team in the world would take these 2 guys in a heartbeat. And here's the uncomfortable truth. I don't think we consistently beat any of our top rivals without those 2 on the park. They set the standard, they are the benchmark, and everyone else in the squad needs to lift and be trying to meet their individual levels. Number 3, the rah-rah fans. Yes, the Instagram crowd. I love you people. The ones who don't care if we win or lose. They just want to wave, a selfie, and a moment for the feed. And you know what? They're actually brilliant. They really are. They're the reminder that this team still inspires joy, still brings people in. They'll be back next week after any result, even if the Saffers have just bum-shellacked us by a record margin in Wellington. And sometimes, and especially when you're on this side of the microphone and your job is to critique and criticise, sometimes we all need that perspective. I love you all. Number 4, next year's schedule. What a lineup. A full tour of South Africa, as well you know. All 6 of the 6 nation sides. Not a dud game in sight. Now, forget the French C team coming here. Next year, it's real opposition, real stakes, real measures of exactly where we're at. And that July window, circle it. There is so much to look forward to. Number 5, let's be thankful that the World Cup is not next year. And let's be honest about that, because from what we've seen over the past 2 seasons, and especially this year, we are nowhere near winning a World Cup right now. But next year's schedule, I reckon, is the perfect runway into 2027. By this time next year, every major question will have an answer. Who's in, who's out, where we sit, and how good or not we actually are. So there you go. 5 things to hang on to. When that rock under the summer beach towel starts feeling too uncomfortable, there's at least 5 good reasons to still feel really thankful. Lachlan, it's time to play one of our old games.
What has more chance of happening?
I present scenario situations to you from the sporting world, and you tell me what is more chance of happening when this guy yells. Yes! On to the next one we go. We've got 5 topics to talk about in no particular order. What is more chance of happening? Yes! The All Blacks win the series versus South Africa next year, which means we're going to have to win at least 2 of the 4 and draw 1 or win 3 of them. So the All Blacks win the series, or New Zealand Rugby replace Razor as coach before the World Cup in 2027. What is more chance of happening?
More chance that the All Blacks win the series, I think.
Yeah.
Because
much more chance. They're not going to replace Razor.
No.
No, they're not.
Hold it. They could if they lose. So we've got Ireland and France, and I can't remember the third opponent at home.
Italy,
next
I think,
year.
is the first one, and then we do the other 3: England, Scotland, Wales at the end of the year.
And so, but before, obviously, straight after those 3 tests at home, we've got the 4 tests against South Africa.
Mm-hmm.
If we were to lose 3 of those 4 South African tests, and let's say we lost twice to Ireland and France at home, or if we lose all 4 South African tests, and we lose one of those against Ireland or France at home, which right now that could happen, then I think he loses his job. It's untenable.
You
at that
honestly
point.
believe they would replace him?
Yeah, I do, because it's a different regime.
A year before the World Cup.
It's a different regime. Yes, you can absolutely do it a year before a World Cup. You absolutely can. Come on. Look, it's a game of rugby that these players have been playing for a damn long time.
There is that point.
And the coaches who would be taken over. Now, I'm not saying we don't want Razor to lose his job.
No, I don't.
We're not calling for anything like that. But in an alternate universe where this happens, I don't think it's a hard job for a decent coach to cobble together a couple of players and get them performing well at a World Cup.
So what is more chance happening? You reckon we win the series?
Yeah, but because I think they'll tinker with the assistants. Yes! That's what I think they'll do.
What is more chance of happening? England win the Ashes. Second test starts next weekend in Brisbane, day-night test. And Mitchell Starc has got some incredible record in Brisbane. And also, I think Australia have run 13 or 14 day-night tests, right? And England aren't doing any preparation under lights for this. They're just batting in the nets and playing golf. So what is more chance of happening? England win the Ashes, or the team changes its mindset and abandons this reckless brainlessness.
England win the Ashes. That's got more chance of happening.
They're not going to abandon Bazball.
No, but to be fair, I don't think any team would. If they have a style that they worship, essentially, and it's how they play and they have done so for a long time, I can't imagine they'll
throw
change.
Away matches by playing like that.
I would imagine that they're going to stick to the style for a long time, England, until probably Brendan McCullum leaves that job.
England are winning the Ashes, ladies and gentlemen. Yes! What is more chance of happening?
I'm not saying it's going to happen. It's got more chance.
The Silver Ferns win the gold medal at the Commonwealth Games next year in Glasgow, which means that they've got to get past Jamaica, England, and we just beat England, and Australia, obviously. So the Silver Ferns win gold next year, or Dame Noeline retains all of the same players, including those that complained about her, in the squad she takes to the games. What is more chance of happening?
My instinct initially is to say there's more chance we win the gold medal, but I'm going to say the other one, actually. I think there's more chance she retains those players. I'd give them a fair shout at winning it, but there are 3 other teams that you've just listed there that more often than not over the last maybe 4 or 5 years have been better than New Zealand.
We just drew 2-2 with Australia, Constellation Cup, and they won it again in extra time. Yeah. Then we went to England and beat England.
Them, but more often than not, particularly these bigger tournaments, we've probably been worse than those other 3 teams. Was it the Commonwealth Games in 2022 where, was it Jamaica? They just absolutely slaughtered us in the semis or in the group stage or something?
They just said that we just couldn't counter goal shoot. But this is, I think, going to be fascinating to see, because I believe that Dame Noeline is such a big character of a person that I think she keeps that squad.
That's what I'm saying.
I just don't think she's the kind of petty person, unlike those that tried to get rid of her, that actually will sit there and go, no, because of this, you're not going to play anymore. She will pick the squad she thinks is going to win. Yeah, she's that pragmatic.
We have a chance, but it's more that I'd be surprised. She's such a smart operator. I'd be surprised if she was to hamstring herself from winning something out of spite of some players. I don't think she'd do that.
More power to you. What is more chance of happening? The West Indies win the upcoming 3-match test series versus the Black Caps. First test starts next Tuesday. Or New Zealand Cricket organise a schedule where our national men's team actually plays matches in New Zealand next summer in January or February.
Next summer.
Next summer, because it hasn't happened for a long time.
They can't. They don't have control of the schedule.
Not this January, February. The following.
No, I know. They don't. We've talked about this. How.
But that's their
cricket,
job, Lachlan.
No, but international cricket, the ICC and the BCCI, even when India don't really have a foot in the door for a certain series.
But this is the greatest schedule that we've ever seen on these shores, Lachlan.
New Zealand cricket behind closed doors are the first to admit
we've got the best opponents and we're providing you, the fans, with the best cricket at the best possible times, apart from the fact it's never in summer.
Yeah, and we actually don't do that.
So the West Indies are winning the series?
No. There's more chance.
Nah.
That's what I'm saying. You love to run away with...
more chance. What is more chance of happening?
What I'm saying.
Max Verstappen wins the F1 Drivers' Championship, or Liam Lawson gets a seat back at Red Bull. Now, the way it looks at the moment is Norris has got a 24-point lead on Max and Piastri.
Yep. 2
races to go. Qatar, Abu Dhabi. You get 25 for a win, 1 point for doing the fastest lap. Max won both these races last year.
And he's won the last, 4 in a row?
Okay, I suppose the question is Liam going to go back to Red Bull? Get his drive
I don't
back.
think.
I don't think
that's happening. Red Bull, I don't know. The rumour mill loves to swirl around and throw a whole lot of names in there, but I think that guy Isaac Hutch is probably going to get that drive.
So there's more chance Max wins. Put yourself in Norris's position at the moment, okay? So you're looking over your shoulder. You know who's there. He's only a 4-time champ.
Yeah.
And what do? Do you play for points and try and get in the top 5, or do you just go, right, if I win in Qatar, it's over?
Well, they go hand in hand in a sense, don't they?
Well, I don't know.
Wanting to win, but wanting to get the points to secure the championship.
If you're Alain Prost, brilliant driver, he would have played for points. That's how he played. What
would Schumacher have done?
He would have driven you off the track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, it's got to be a mix of both. You've got to try and win the race, but you've got to be smart and conservative with how you drive, which I don't trust.
He's not going to be sleeping much before that race.
No, and, Lando Norris, some could argue it's his time. He's been around for a wee bit. He's been plying his trade with McLaren, but I don't trust his ability to be steely enough and block out the noise and just drive and focus on himself. I just don't know if he's got that backbone to be able to do that. Whereas Max, we know, does. He's won 4 in a row. If he is to win it, he's won 5 in a row. And I think that's only ever happened once, which was, I don't know if it was 5
Twice.
in a row?
Fangio did it.
Oh, and Schumacher did it, excuse me. Yeah.
Right. Finally, what is more chance of happening? This guy hits the dance floor tonight, full force at the work Christmas party, or this guy stays beyond 11 p.m.
What's more chance?
What is more chance of happening?
Oh, the first one. You're probably out of there at about 9. That's it.
That's what I'm planning on leaving at about. I'm leaving before I get to be the old guy in the corner talking to the other old guys.
When the volume knob gets turned up and there's a few younger people moving to the floor and there's minimal. I won't say that, but
when the first person comes up to me and says, "Didn't you used to be Martin Devlin?" Because that happens at every friggin' Christmas party these days.
To be.
Yeah.
Well,
weren't you that guy Martin Devlin? Yeah.
What do you mean?
When the first person,
I'm not him anymore.
When the first person walks up to me and says, "Oh, no, this is a private party. You aren't allowed in here." So, yeah. Thank you very much. Keep the comments coming, people. We read them all and we try and get back to as many as possible. Changing Sheds is tomorrow. That's our subscription model. Huge thank you to Novus Glass for sponsoring this episode of the DSPN and for being a proud partner of the Special Olympics New Zealand. This December, over 1,200 incredible athletes, along with hundreds of volunteers, coaches and other support staff, will be making their way to Christchurch or Tautahi for the Special Olympics New Zealand 2025 National Summer Games. Novus Glass is proud to be supporting something special, and you can help support the athletes too by texting Novus to 3598. That's Novus, Novus 3598. Thanks again, Novus Glass, for supporting us here on the DSPN. Windscreen, crack or chip, notice it, Novus it.
DSPN.